3.
You gotta turn the mic off.
We are grateful guys. We are grateful guys. We are grateful. We are grateful guys. We are grateful guys. We are grateful guys. We are grateful. Welcome to the show.
I remember hanging with high school friends, wishing that those times would never end. Now I remember all the lonely nights again, and I never, ever, 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 ever wanna go back. No, to high school I will never, ever go back.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I was gonna just go into my bit right away, but you always get mad at me, Kurt, when I'm not like, this is Grateful Guys. I'm Bart.
What are we doing?
This is Kent. This
Yeah.
is Kurt. What are we
Kurt.
doing here?
Yeah,
This
it
is
feels
Like Kurt gets mad about everything lately with this.
Well, you gotta keep it. I mean, you want to get 30%, Kent.
people aren't gonna randomly see like a 210 episode 210 like on some random website and be like, Grateful Guys, what's this? And hit that button
Dude.
and be confused about what's going on. They're
What if they
just saying-
never heard it? They're gonna have no idea. Every time.
They'll get it.
This is episode 210.
Who starts at 210? Nobody starts at 210.
Okay.
So, did you guys get in a lot of fights in high school?
No.
Not a one.
No physical combat?
No, I mean, I got picked on.
Yeah. You didn't respond to any physical?
Yeah, I fought with my
Right.
brother. No, I mean, for the most part, no.
Not in high school. Not with other students in your high school class.
No.
You ever been
Or
in
other
a-
classes.
I was
like
a-
older class.
I was a little guy. I was a little guy in school. I wasn't about to get into a fight.
That's true.
Get my ass kicked.
You got it all out in the ring. What do you call it in wrestling? The square.
The mat.
The mat. You got it all out on the mat.
Sure. I mean, again, even then, I didn't have stuff that I needed to get out.
Okay.
Oh, I've heard this one before.
Sure.
But you fought with your brother?
Yeah, we fought. We fought like cats and dogs.
Like real, like punching in the face sort of thing?
We kinda had
bloody
a
noses.
I mean, those happen, but we had an unwritten rule, like no face shots.
Now,
so
who's
there's
the
there's a lot of. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm done. That was about it.
So tell me, who's the cat and who's the dog? That's what I want to know. Between you and your brother. Who's the kitty cat and who's the puppy dog?
I mean, I'd say he's probably the dog.
He's the brute force.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
And you're like this sneaky, shitty fighter.
Oh, we're talking about fight styles?
You fight,
Yeah.
You fight like a cat?
Yeah, I fight like a kitty cat. Nimble, quick, in and out.
How about you, Kurt? You ever fight with your brother?
No, Kent, how far between you guys?
2 years.
My brother was 6 years older than me, so that dude could have destroyed me.
Yeah.
He did chase me around in the house one time, and I jumped up on the couch, fell down, scraped my leg out pretty bad on a screw inside the couch, but that wasn't really his fault.
But that was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah,
My brother pulled a knife on me once.
I cried.
Were you ever like, if I could kill that guy, I would?
My brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, one time I pulled a knife on him.
Did you ever pull a knife at school?
No. One time I brought 22 bullets to school, though, because I thought they looked like the little dino DNA capsules from Jurassic Park.
Nice, dude.
Did you go into wood shop and fire a few of those bullets with a hammer and a nail?
No, but I tell you what, my dad got in a real fight with my butt, if you know what I mean. My butt did not win. My butt did not win so much I pissed my pants a little bit. That's how much he got in a fight with my butt.
Your butt still hasn't recovered. I've seen those pads in the bathroom.
As a child, I tried to stuff it all down. I remember being in 4th grade and laying in bed after my dad got in a fight with my butt so bad, and I said to myself, I don't want to wake up. Please, please, please don't let me wake up. That was before I was 13.
So you've always been sad. Sounds like it's your dad's fault.
I never liked fighting.
Did you wake up? Was it a new Kurt the next day?
Yeah, I had to go to school, see all my friends. They knew what happened. I had been there the night before to pick up the bullets that I gave to him with my dad, and I was in the car. My dad had to go in and get.
I never really fought in high school.
Nobody ever challenged you?
No. I mean, I never backed down from a fight. I wasn't afraid of a fight. But I was the guy who'd be like, yeah, I'm not afraid of you. And you would push me down on the floor and I'd get back up again. I'd be like, yeah, do that again. Push me down on the floor again. I'd get up again. I'd be like, yeah, do that again. Push me down on the floor. I'd get up again. I'd be like, yeah, do that again. Push me down on the floor and I'd get up and he'd be like, yeah, I'm going to do that again. And did that again.
So you went for crazy. You're like, I'm the crazy guy.
You tire him out?
No, I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid of anything.
But why didn't you push back?
Because I'm a pacifist.
Okay.
Maybe if I was in your situation, I would have. If he, let's say, what happened? He pushed you. He pushed you down, and then you got back up. Then you were like, try to do that again, and then he pushed you down, and then you got back.
No,
up.
I was like, do that again.
Do that again, and then he pushed you down, and then you got back up, and you're like, do that again. Then he pushes you down, and you get back up, and you say, why are you pushing me?
Oh, I knew why he was pushing me. Because I was all up in his shit. But but not in a physical way. In a like, you know, I had my eyes locked on his eyes, and he knew I knew that he knew that I knew that he knew that I knew.
Sure.
So you were starting the fights. Sounds like you deserve to get pushed a little bit.
I just wasn't afraid. And just being not afraid is enough to start a fight a lot of the time.
Sometimes it's okay to be afraid, you know, you can't let it change who you are.
Did you ever go to detention?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I got sometimes.
What kind of shit you boys get up to in high school and get you to some detention?
I was skipping a lot of classes last year or so in school.
Mm-hmm.
I got this cool '89 Nissan Sentra as my first car, and I used to drive around in the parking lot, picking up Tegan and stuff like that. TV's Tegan Wright, and man, I used to burn rubber out of that parking lot like every day.
Nice, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a real rubber burner, and I would just lay on it.
Was that in the school rule book? No burning rubber?
No, I never got in trouble for it.
I made the mistake. I took a class that was taught by the vice principal and the principal. Took that class.
They tag teamed it?
Yeah, they tag teamed it. It was some like read books about history, like that take place. I don't know, whatever.
Did you ever think about how it's his story?
Yeah. So, anyways, I made the mistake of skipping that class one day.
Bad move.
Yeah, bad move. I get a call the next morning. Woken up by the principal. Had to go and talk to him.
They called your home phone?
Called my home phone. I got called into his office before school.
Whoa. Before the school started, the start of the school.
I had to go in early.
Whoa.
That's like a double standard, though. Like, why isn't he punishing you that severely for skipping other teachers' classes?
Because he took it personal. He said this time it's personal.
He said that to you?
I don't know, maybe.
What'd you have to do in detention? Like, you just sat in a room and thought about what you did, or did
Yeah,
you
pretty much. I don't remember. I think you were allowed to do homework. It wasn't like sometimes in the movies where you're in detention, you're not allowed to do shit. You just gotta sit there.
No, yeah, it was like a study hall.
Yeah, it was basically study hall, but you just have to stay there. They did this thing called Friday detentions, 4 hours on Fridays.
Ooh. Come on, you
That's
live for
rough.
the weekends in high school. You know?
Did you ever get caught drinking in high school?
No.
No.
What about you?
No, I didn't drink in high school.
Yeah, I was underage in high school.
My dad bought me beer in high school.
Did you drink it in school?
No, it was at a party. And he said, as long as you guys aren't going nowhere, I'll get you beer.
That's cool, Dad.
Cool, Dad.
Ken did that?
We keep talking about how Kent's dad, Ken, isn't a very cool guy, but
Whoa.
That's pretty
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clearly, I wasn't here when this was talked about, because my dad, Ken's a cool guy.
Ken's got a real problem with his dad people not thinking his dad's cool.
No, it's just...
yeah. But what about how he never calls you to talk?
Oh,
and
'cause
you've
he's-
gotten no affection from him your entire life.
Because he's
and
cool. He's too cool for that stuff.
Okay.
Buying you beer in high school? If that's not affection, I don't know what is.
Yeah, my dad's alright. He used to kiss me when I was a little kid.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
What age did that stop?
I'm probably like... 7?
Yeah, but like, how bad do you want a kiss from your dad?
How old were you when you wanted it
Medium.
to stop?
I don't know, probably around 7.
So
Yeah.
you knew.
I might have, yeah, it might have been I don't know if we sat down and hashed it out and like sat across from a table at each other and really talked about not kissing each other anymore. I think it was just sort of a mutual like gravitate away from it.
He never gave you the birds and the bees talk?
I never had that talk.
My dad sat me down and he said, look, son, we gotta stop kissing each other. You gotta start kissing the girls. The birds, the bees.
And you didn't have the internet at the time, so you probably didn't even have any idea what he was talking about.
Pre-internet. I only knew that sometimes my parents went into the bedroom, and I definitely wasn't kissing my dad then.
Yeah, my parents didn't give me the talk. I think they figured at one point they asked if they needed to, but then I knew.
My
I'd
dad
seen
gave me the
enough
talk.
movies.
Can you run down that?
I kind of remember him talking about hair growing in places.
Is that the word?
I don't know. I get confused between my dad telling me about the birds and the bees in Tools Restaurant in Del Mar, New York.
Big time.
That's where he took me out to breakfast to talk to me about the birds and the bees. But I kind of confuse that conversation with all the teen drama shows I've seen where dads talk to their teens about sex, and
Like you
so it kind of runs
confuse.
together.
Yeah, you confuse your dad with Treat Williams.
Exactly. I do remember that that my parents used to put me to sleep, like lie down in bed with me to until I fell asleep, sort of thing. And I hit a certain age where I didn't really want them to do that anymore. I felt like it was a little weird, and I really had to get up the guts to tell him. It was like weeks before I finally got up the courage to be like, you don't really have to lie down with me in bed anymore.
You're trying to tell him to get out of there.
It's traumatizing. I'll never forget that moment.
Were you
What was
embarrassed?
what was the look on your mom's face?
I think it was my dad I told.
Was he sad?
No, I think it was like, I understand. I think there was probably some relief there. I was thinking, how much longer do I have to lie down in this kid's bed
Yeah.
every night? I'd rather be in watching Magnum PI.
Yeah, how many more birthday parties do I gotta go to this weekend? That kind of thing.
That's seriously. How old were you when you had your first drink, Kent?
It was like New Year's. I don't know, pretty young. My parents were loosey goosey with the stuff like that. So I remember having like a sip of a wine cooler New Year's Eve when I was pretty young, and then it became like a New Year's tradition. We were able to drink a wine cooler. My mom would drink wine coolers. My dad would drink beer on New Year's Eve.
How about the first time you got drunk? Do you remember
Oh
that?
yeah, I was in 5th grade, hanging out with my best friend Tuck Anderson. His mom was out of town, for the day, and I stayed the night before, and we were hanging out all day, and then all night. And so we had the place to ourselves, and we found the liquor cabinet. Got really drunk, rode bikes down to New Meadows Market,
Riding bikes?
riding bikes, doubling on one bike. Two drunk 5th graders, doubling on one bike.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, it was fun. Then I puked real hard.
What?
Then I puked real hard.
Today?
No, dude. In fifth grade.
Yeah.
First time I got drunk.
Whoa, 5th grade, dude?
That's pretty early. I was pretty afraid of booze at that time.
What'd you drink?
I don't know. Whatever shit.
Did you mix them? You said it was a whole liquor cabinet.
I think we were like mixing it with soda.
Mm.
We tried to drink some straight, and I don't know. I just remember one being particularly bad. It was like old lady booze, whatever a middle-aged lady would have for booze in her house.
How about you, Kurt? When's the
Uh,
first time you got drunk?
21-year-old birthday.
Really? Seriously?
Sure.
Liar.
What about you, Bart?
I don't remember how old I was, but I didn't do much drinking at all until I was of the legal age. I mean, I would experiment with it. I was afraid of booze. I was afraid of losing control. I was afraid I'd drink some alcohol and I'd do some stuff that I'd be embarrassed about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still have that feeling when I'm drinking a little too much booze and I start flapping my lips and saying stuff that I know when I get up in the morning I'll regret it.
Right.
What do you mean drunk?
No, goofy drunk.
Oh, so you don't want to look silly.
Yeah, no, I hate looking silly. But I'm so charming when I'm drunk. It's like people love me
Yeah.
When you're drunk.
when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Like if I go into a room of strangers with no booze, I don't say a word to anybody.
Who's this wallflower?
Yeah. They don't even say who's this wallflower. They just don't even notice I'm there. Yeah.
Mhm.
And but yeah, I go into that same room and I've had a few drinks in me, charm the pants off anybody. It's a
Yeah.
fact. They'll love me.
Yeah. Is that how it was in high school?
Not even drink in high school.
Oh, right. Me neither. I didn't touch the stuff because I was too afraid of what would happen.
I thought you guys weren't. I thought you weren't afraid in high school. You weren't afraid of a fight.
I wasn't afraid of a fight.
You were afraid of yourself.
I knew I had I knew I had self-control. That was one thing I was sure of. I knew me. I knew who I was. I knew I was an individual. I knew what made me me, and I knew I could control myself. I knew I could function under pressure. I knew I could go up against Shane, whatever the fuck his name is. He could pound me to the floor over and over again, and I'd be cool. I'd get back up, and I'd be like, do that again. And it was cool.
So, I'm picturing your high school as like a John Hughes film.
No, we wore uniforms.
What was your uniform like?
Dickies, beige Dickies, button-up shirt. They could only be certain colors.
What were the girls' uniforms like?
They were kilts. Some of them wore them a little bit too high.
What about vests?
No vests. I wore ties because there were no rules against ties.
That's the way you could express your individuality.
Mm-hmm.
Bow?
No, just skinny ties usually.
Because this is, yeah, that's the
No,
style.
when I was wearing the skinny ties, it was not cool to wear skinny ties.
Oh, it was fat ties?
Yeah.
Nobody likes a fat tie.
Well, skinny ties sound cool. I've seen them in movies.
Did you ever wear a piano tie?
You mean like John Cryer?
Sure.
No. But I did sometimes wear pink socks
Whoa.
when I wore a pink
pushed down with pink
tie.
socks.
Well, no, it was the teachers who pushed me around. They gave me little slips that said that's not you're not in
Breaking the
uniform.
rules.
You have to wear blue socks. You have to wear black socks. You can't wear pink
It
socks.
doesn't matter what color your socks are.
That's what I thought. And I was like, the socks have got to match the tie, man.
High school was cool, high school was cool and easy. Nothing standing in our way but the teach. Hey, come on, teach. High school was cool and easy.
See, that's interesting. I didn't know.
Kurt forgot to put that one on the loop.
Sorry, but
So I had to loop it myself.
it was good. It was really close.
So,
High school.
School was cool.
why, do we have to keep talking about high school? I'm tired of high school. Why do you keep bringing it up? I came here to talk about one thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know it, but today I'm 2 months sober.
2?
2 months sober.
Whoa.
Not had a drink in 2 months. I mean, you knew I was trying to stop.
Yeah, I didn't
That's,
know you were trying to keep it cool.
It's been a tough 2 months, but I'm going two whole months without a drink.
When are you gonna start back up?
I mean, I know you guys want me to start back up.
Well, it's like
I come-
here's the thing: you can be 3 months sober, but still have a drink every now and then.
Yeah.
One drink's not going to get you drunk.
Well, then I've been straight edge for 2 months. Not a thing.
Whoa. Okay.
But I come here every week, and you guys are usually loaded when I get here.
Yeah.
I mean, from time to time.
You know, I mean, you're not drinking in front of me, which I appreciate, but I can smell it on your breath.
Yeah.
I mean, that show we did a few weeks ago where Kurt was talking, he was like survivalist shit.
Oh,
a lot of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah, that was like episode 206.
I was fucking shit-faced. I don't
Yeah,
even remember. When I listened to it the next day, I was like, what?
You dudes were so fucked up on alcohol.
Yeah.
And it was like, I wanted to say something right then. Because, you know, it's tough for me. I like that not a second goes by where I don't want to have a drink. Just want a little tiny sip. Just, you know,
I'm not gonna stop to try and stop enabling you. You gotta be stronger than that.
Yeah. What, am I supposed to change my lifestyle?
I just wanted to play a little something for you guys.
I'm Dave. I started drinking at the age of 15. I never realized it would get this bad. It all began when I grabbed a bottle from the bathroom cabinet. Nobody ever warned me of the dangers. And I just remember my friends saying,
Hey man, you're not cool until you try it. You just gotta try it and be cool, man.
I knew right then and there that it was a bad idea. But I wanted to fit in, so I tried it. Now I'm 20 years old, out of a job and homeless. What would I tell kids who want to drink? Don't do it.
So I figured if I couldn't get through to you guys, maybe Dave's story.
What did he try out of the medicine cabinet?
Rubbing alcohol. You know, what else? What else to
Just
do us alcoholics
hey,
drink when there's nothing else to drink?
Just because Dave can't hold a job down
Plus,
and
that dude's
pay rent for a place,
Look,
I'm supposed to stop having a drink every now and then?
Look, that dude's like, when I talk to kids about like, dude, you are a kid, you're 20 years old. What the fuck do you know about
His life is over. It's ruined. He'll never get his shit back together.
Dude,
That's on him.
I don't care about some 20-year-old piece of shit. You know what? He can't handle his booze. That's not my problem. Grow a pair, dude. Get a job. I work hard for my money. I'm right out straight. I've always got something going on. And if I'm a grown man, I want to have a drink before a show that I do for free that nobody pays me to do. I'm not gonna let some 20-year-old piece of shit tell me otherwise.
You talk about your job all the time, Kurt, and how you you like to do the best job that you can do, even if nobody noticed. But if you weren't hungover every day when you went into work, don't you think you'd do a better job?
I didn't say I do the best. I didn't say I'm doing the best job that can be done. I said I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
And Kent, you go to work at like 4 in the morning, and you're probably still drunk from the night before. Like, can't they tell?
Nobody's watching me. And, I mean, really, I'm not that drunk.
Yeah, give the guy some cred. You
Yeah.
can handle it.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, I
actually
mean,
just drunk enough where I'm operating at peak efficiency. Like a little bit more energy, a little bit more gas in the tank.
It's called microdosing, Bart. You take literally eyedroppers of beer throughout the whole day,
Mm-hmm. One every minute.
and you're fine.
You should get yourself an IV. Just hook yourself up. Get yourself on a beer drip.
I don't put needles in my arms.
No.
But I don't think you should do that because I think you need to stop. I think you need to take a lesson from me, take a lesson from Dave, and just be aware of yourselves and how alcohol's been affecting your lives in such a negative way.
It's like we started doing the show, and you were like, "This has to be funny. It's got to be cool. People got to like what
You're
we're doing."
stressing us out so much. We're drinking.
Yeah,
Trying to be
it is-
funnier.
The pressure's on, and I think I gotta loose the juice. I gotta take the loose juice. It's the only way I'm funny is if I quite literally microdose for the whole week before, and then power dose immediately before you get here. What's gonna happen? The end of the episode's gonna come around. You're gonna be like, I'm not so sure about that one, guys. So we shouldn't even post it.
It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I think you guys are just fooling yourselves. I think you think what you think because that's what you think, but it's not for real. It's not reality. It's not. I think you guys are underestimating yourselves. I think you need to get off the booze, and that's when the best material is going to come. That's when you're gonna start thinking about what you say and not saying all that stupid shit that
That's
you're always
easy.
saying all the time in the
I
show.
mean, that's easy for you to say. That's your perception of events.
Yeah.
Since I was sober, I wrote the 2 best jokes I've ever written in my life.
Okay.
You want to hear them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Knock knock. Come on, you gotta say.
Oh, you asked if we want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm telling him. I'm telling him.
Okay, all right. Go again.
Knock knock.
Okay.
Who's there?
Don Giovanni.
Don Giovanni. Who?
Don Giovanni chips with your sandwich. That's a good one. I wrote this other one just a couple days ago. Listen to this one. This is a good one. Listen to this one.
Okay.
Did you hear about the snake that couldn't slither?
Who's there?
He had a reptile dysfunction.
Now that I like. Now that one's good.
That's good.
Wrote both of those jokes completely sober. And
I
you
had-
tell me you need to drink
Oh, I had
to
to
come
do-
up with the good stuff.
Dude, I'll get real drunk tonight and come up with 2 new jokes for next week.
Not going to be better than those jokes. Those are Delora originals.
It doesn't. I mean, listen. It doesn't get any better than that. But I had to be drunk to find it funny.
What's with... What?
No, you're cool.
It's these phones.
I know, dude. It's this.
When are we going to start getting the checks?
Last week, Kurt said he was going to buy you new headphones.
I know. I had to buy gas for my car.
I mean, you keep telling me what a shitty job I do on the board, but it's the equipment, man.
You did a great job tonight. You did an infield loop. That was cool.
Yeah, I could have done better. I think with better equipment, I'd be on top of this.
you can always do better.
No, I've been.
That's how you should live your life, striving to always be better.
I'm always
Like,
willing,
I don't drink anymore, you guys.
I'm always willing to fail at stopping drinking. every single time I stop, I think I'll microdose later. I'm not afraid to fail.
Do you keep that one microdose in the jar on your cabinet and you're like,
It's my last drink.
as long as I don't microdose that dropper right there, I'm good.
We are grateful guys. We are grateful guys. We are grateful. We are grateful guys. We are